Alright, YouTube, we are back. My garbage station over here is not working, so I'm going to do a video from over here. Installing Windows 10 technical preview over there, and I swear to God, every 10 minutes it tries to restart and just goofs itself up. But my Bitcoin computer that's over here runs it totally perfect, so I have no idea. So, today, I just got back from a ride. And killer wind, but I wanted to go through my cycling bag that I normally take with me, and that'll probably be the first video in a series of cycling videos. It's a new hobby of mine, so let's get into it. So a lot of people carry a bag. I'm probably the only person that I ever see carrying a bag. A lot of people obviously like to travel light, and maybe they have a saddlebag or something like this. But I just like carrying a backpack. It's not too bad, actually. I haven't had any. It doesn't really. I can't say it slows me down much, just because it doesn't weigh anything. So the bag that I have here is a pretty simple, 2-pouch backpack. It is probably a third smaller than your normal school backpack, and it's made by Outdoor Products. Really, really cheap, like $15 bag. It is, made of the usual materials, so it is, waterproof and other things like that, in case it ever rains. And so let's get into it. It's got two pockets here. The larger pocket, I normally keep this. It was a little bit colder today on my ride, and a little windy, so I had that. So nice big pocket back here. It's got kind of the divides in half with this elastic piece, and then in here I've got a mini air pump, and it's got a little PSI gauge on here. This, you can attach it to your bike if you choose. I do not. This fits both kind of valves, the standard and the Presto valves for a road bike like myself. It just works as any old normal pump. This is from Nishiki. And you can kind of twist the handle here to kind of give you a better downward force of that. And then it does rotate 90 degrees like this, so you can kind of step on it and give it a little bit of gas. So the reason why I have this is pretty self-explanatory. Punctures and breakdowns are definitely a part of the cycling deal. I've never had one thus far, but I haven't been riding for that long. Today was only like my 5th ride, long 8 miles into the wind, but it's all good. So that is definitely something you want to have. You're not going to be able to, inflate your tires. Most bike tires, have PSIs well over 100. So you're definitely not going to get 100 PSI out of something like this. You might be able to get 40 or 50 or 60. But just something to get you back on the road in case of emergencies. To go along with that, I have some inner tubes. It's always recommended to carry at least 2 for obvious reasons. Whatever you might hit on the road, it's possible that your front tire and your back tire hit it. So it's always good to have 2 of these. And this horrendous computer is not moving at all. Windows 10, I like it, but I don't like it. But with this, it's, make sure that it's the right size for your specific tire. You don't want to get out there and go to change a flat and realize, oh, I didn't even have the right tube. So always good to have 2. I only carry 1. I could probably carry 2. I probably should carry 2. I don't really ride with anybody else, but if I did, I'd probably carry 2 just in case somebody else ran into an issue also. So that's something good to carry. And then I normally have this in the big pocket also, depending on the weather. I've got my phone that I keep in there. I have the Fitbit, which I just did a full review on. Go check that out. And I have the Samsung smartwatch. And both of them have some pretty nice apps that they go along with. Strava is a great cycling-specific app, and also S-Health. S-Health is built into all Samsung devices, and it has a lot of different exercising apps, depending on if you're running or jogging or walking or cycling or hiking or anything really. swimming. There's just a ton of stuff that S Health will do for you. So S Health is my huge recommendation in terms of fitness tracking right now. Fitbit, not so much. Go see my review that I did recently in terms of why. But that's why I have this. You can plot routes ahead of time. I do that a lot. I go online to Strava/routes, and you can create your own route. Kind of just Google Maps. You just click where you want to go and your route, and it tells you, elevation changes and other things like that, and will recommend you some cycling approved roads. Also, you can check other people's routes. It's very social. So if people have popular routes, you can try their routes and race against each other. And obviously, this being a technology channel, I can't do too many things without having a lot of technology. So that's a big part of my cycling. I've got my wallet with a little bit of money in there in case I break down and nobody wants to come pick me up and I have to call for like an Uber or something like that. Let's see what else. Oh, along with the whole changing a flat thing, you'll need some of these. These are some tire irons. Pretty basic. You'll want two, a minimum of two, to help you get the tire off the rim to be able to get into the inner tube and then fix that. So you want to have those. The small pocket in here is great. It's got a lot of different dividers in there. There's it's really hard to see in here. There's some mesh pockets down here, a little thing over here for your keys. I attach my keys to that. I keep, maybe like a pen or a pencil or my tire irons in there. The zipper pocket is normally for my phone and other things like that. And then I normally just throw the rest in the bottom. Along with the bike stuff, I like to have a multi-tool. And this multi-tool is really, really tiny. Just maybe 2 inches, and it's very, very thin, obviously. It's from Diamondback. It's got 8 little tools in it, if I can fan this out. So you've got a bunch of different sized Allen keys here for making adjustments. And then on the other side, you've got another Allen key, and then 3 different screwdrivers, a flathead, a star bit, security little bit, and then a small Phillips head. And that is pretty good. It's very basic for tweaks and other things like that if you need to tweak your brakes or something like that on the road. So that's super awesome to have. And all of this stuff is obviously very, very cheap. Next, I've got this. This is the Burnham Pulse 1500. I also did a review on this. So if you want to know more about this little guy, go check it out. Really, really simple, compact, super thin battery charger. Works with any charger that you want. It does have a micro USB built in, but if you can see in there, it does have a USB port. So if you're an iPhone user or something like that, you can charge that stuff up. Or also, a lot of people, you take a camera with you or something like that on your nature rides, and you're good to go. And then it's got a USB port tucked in here on the other side for charging. It's only 1500 milliamp hours, so it's not much. But with all my cycling apps, it uses a lot of GPS and other things like that. So just in case of emergencies, sucks if your phone dies. So it's really, really important to have a little backup battery charger in there in case your phone dies or something like that and you need to call for help. So I think that's about it. Always have an extra layer like this. Colder days, it rains, anything like that, super important to have that. You don't want to get stuck out in the rain and then potentially get sick or something like that because you're unprepared. So be prepared. Something simple. None of this stuff is expensive, minus like the $700 phone, but we all have smartphones. All of it's pretty inexpensive, so do your best, be prepared, and maybe I'll see you out on the roads, guys. Thanks for watching. As usual, like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. Questions or comments, let me know. If I forgot anything that I need to be packing in my bag, let me know. Yeah, now I'll have to go back to troubleshooting this horrendous computer over here. So I'll see you next time, guys. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one.